Thanks for tuning in to another video of More Piano Services. Today I wanted to do just a quick video to show you both how you can get the old hammers off your piano and how you can also get new hammers onto your piano. Now there are several methods to do this, and I'm going to show you all of them, or at least a few of them. I'm sure there are others. There are a couple of things to keep in mind. One is that sometimes you need to replace the shanks. You can get shanks, and I'll be linking down below where you can get everything that I mentioned in this video. And you can probably hear my cat meowing behind me here. But you can always get new shanks. Some of the methods I'm going to show you will break the shanks. Other methods I'm going to show you will not break the shanks. So there are different ways to do this. Usually, at least with this piano that I'm redoing here, I don't want all the shanks to break, so I'm using methods that they won't do that. There are a couple of tools that you can use. This is a shank remover on the upright, and this comes in two different sizes. This one's a little bit shorter. If you're dealing with a spinet or something like that, you might want the shorter one. And there's also a clamp. This is sold separately, but you can clamp that onto the shank. See, the shank would go right in there. And that gives you a friction point. So say either your hammer or your butt has fallen off of the shank. Not a problem because you still have a friction maker. All right, so those are two of the tools, or three of the tools. And then the final one here, this is technically a grand piano shank or hammer remover, but I've actually had really good luck using it on the upright. So I'll show you how that works. And then one final method is to just cut the old hammer off with a pair of sharp pliers like these. So let me show you a couple different ways to do this. So one of the methods, and again this is the one that I've primarily used for this piano at least, is to take this, and again this is a grand hammer remover, but it sits right underneath, got this little fork here, slides right onto the hammer, and then you just screw it. Let's see if I can get this all the way in here. All you're going to do is screw this down onto the hammer, and it's going to bore a hole into the back of this hammer here, and essentially just rip it to shreds. Okay, so there's no way to restore these hammers. You're not going to be reusing them anywhere. So you're just ruining the hammer in order to get it off. Now in this case, the reason I'm liking this is I don't want to replace all these shanks. And so you can see that this just pops off here. And then I can sand this down. Got a little bit of sandpaper here. Sand the shank. All right, and I'm good to just reinstall a new hammer. That needs a little bit more work there before I do. But that's one method. The other method is to take the hammer butt off, which you'll need a screwdriver for. And you can take the butt off and use this tool. It works very similarly to the one that we just used. Put the hammer and the butt in here, and typically it's going to break wherever this is, or at least that's what I have found as I've used it. So if you're trying to take the butt off, you would want to go this way. If you're taking the hammer off, you want to go that way. And that sort of just uses pressure to, you can see it extend here, just push out one of those points there. All right, so that's a couple different methods. And then here is a different method, one that you probably will see online somewhere. You can just clip the butt of this hammer here. Again, destroying the hammer, but you're never going to use it again anyway. You're just throwing it away, so it matters not. So you can just clip it. This one's being a little cantankerous. There we go. And you see it just slid right off. This one's actually cleaner than the other one. And that looks pretty good. But again, sand it down and you'll be good to go. Then what you want to do, after you've sanded it all down, is you'll get your new hammers, and you can take the new hammers. I always just slide them on before I glue it, just to make sure everything's right. And you can see some of this is a little bit off. That's okay. I'm going to work with that until I can get them to align right with the other hammers. And that's the other reason you never do all of the hammers at once. You want to do every other hammer, line it up with the previous one, and you can see that's what I've done on the base end over here, which I think looks pretty good. I'll have to take it to the piano to get, all the finalized, everything, but get it as close as you can, matching it to the old one, and then that'll be that. So that's what we're doing in this middle section, and then we're going to remove the rest of the hammers in the treble section over there, and replace all the hammers in the entire piano. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching.